How do you check that again? I saw the thing that he sent out, but
Party settings.
I should go to.
Party settings, and then allow voice to be shared.
Virtual.
Alright, cool.
You all set? Bring up the leaderboard. We're gonna start from last to first.
Alright.
Alright. Three, two, one.
We live, baby.
Oh, we live, baby. Yep, it's here. Officially, another long shot with JigaX9, my co-host Benja. I'm here with all
What's
the
up,
admins.
everybody?
Guys, go ahead. Just shout out whatever you need.
More alive. Shout out
More-
to Pan.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Alright, guys.
Tired.
What we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be recapping the season. We're going to, you know, run through the leaderboard, throw some banner here and there, and we're going to announce the team of the season. First off, in VPGA, we have the last place team. I'll bring it up right here.
Vancouver Whitecaps.
Vancouver Whitecaps.
Was it Vancouver?
No, last place was definitely Dortmund.
I thought it
Dortmund,
was
bro.
Dortmund for sure, yeah.
There's a second page, bro. Yep. Anything we could say about them, guys?
Looking at the site, doesn't look like they've made any big additions. So honestly, so far this year, it looks like more of the same. So unfortunately, probably expecting them to be at the bottom of the table again next season.
Right.
Alright.
Same. Nick, you doing a fucking preview show or is this a review show?
You're right. Okay, my bad. As far as the review show, I mean, what are you gonna say? They finished last, dude. Like, what are you gonna say about them? I don't know. They beat Chelsea in one of the better games of the season, I thought. And they
That's probably the
dominated
highlight of
them,
their season, bro. Low key,
Yeah,
that's the
so I don't
highlight.
know
Top 4 last year and then shit the bed.
Yeah.
I kind of
Fell
thought
apart.
I had them like finishing in the top 10 at least. You know, I mean they weren't bad, but
I don't know.
They weren't bad last year. This year they were awful. They're fucking dead last.
wasn't Matt still a part of that team at the beginning of the season?
No, he played very minimal for them. He didn't do very much. But yeah, I mean they had scored 33 goals, which is not that good, and then they gave up 59 goals. So I don't know what else to say, man. It just wasn't a good season for them.
Did they field a full 11 like most weekends? I don't know who was overseeing them directly.
Yeah, they did.
They did, and they still weren't getting
Yeah.
anything going.
Yeah, I know their manager was missing some time because you know, he had some personal stuff going on, so he had a couple co-managers take over for him.
Next.
But their manager their manager's actually he's their striker, he's their goal scorer, so he was missing and they couldn't get goals anywhere.
I still don't see how the co-managers don't step up in like his absence, you know. Especially when you're supposed to be competitive. I mean, 23 points. Oh god, that's bad considering how many teams had meltdowns this season. If you had anything to say to their managers right now, what would it be?
Recruit.
Get your shit together.
Moving on then, 17th place we have VPGA PSG.
I don't even remember playing
Me neither. Yeah, I don't even know who their manager was or anything. I know they got a new team this season with a new manager. So
Wasn't it Panda?
They had
Yeah,
Panda.
oh, it sure was Panda. My bad, Panda.
yeah.
No, it's not my bad. It's not my bad. He did nothing. I forgot he was even a team.
I can't even remember playing them, to be honest.
Me neither.
Well, you look at, they're pretty much on par with Dortmund if you look at their for and against. It's just they weren't producing enough up top, and they were just getting shitted on in the back too, man. Just more the same, seems like it.
Yeah.
Alright, not much for them either. VPGA Swansea in 16th. Manleo's team, 29 points.
They did decent actually.
They had the worst defense in the league by far.
76 goals, bro. 70. Woo! That means when they lost
Yeah.
big.
They won last place though.
By 6 points. Oh man.
Yeah, another interesting thing about them is they had two of the highest rated players in VPGA. Brazenbrand was rated like 47 mil. He only appeared 7 times though. He got him, I think, at the midway point. And then King Must, who's the manager of the team, he only had 18 appearances, but his value was around 47 mil as well. So
that's because he's working on vacation.
I don't know, but it looks like they got 2 top players to build on. They just got to find a defense that can keep them in games.
It's weird because I've seen like highlights of their games and I thought they were a lot closer in most of their games, but looking at how many goals they've had against, that means I didn't really follow them as close as I thought I did. I mean, 76 goals, that's nuts, dude. Is that the most out of everybody? Yeah.
That's the most by far.
Jeez.
Individually, they have good players, i.e. Captain Crunch, their goalkeeper is really good. But, yeah, they just can't play as a team.
That whole back line needs a fucking makeover.
It's not my problem anymore.
Alright, 15th place, Roma with 30 points. Unfortunately, 29-4 and 51 against. That doesn't seem right
They
either.
didn't try this season. I'm sorry, West. You didn't even try this season. You will benefit next season.
He seems like a leader, though.
The second half of the season, they picked things up, but they still weren't winning games. They were just drawing games like crazy, though. So
Yeah, but they weren't losing though, which is huge. And
Yeah, I think they lost one game after the mid-season transfer.
yeah, like 1 or 2 games and drew a bunch and won some as well. But I don't know. I think West he had a lot of players that hadn't played competitively before last season. And he was counting on those guys to come in and kill it, and unfortunately they just didn't get it done.
Yeah, that immediate impact didn't happen for them at all.
Yeah, and it took some time for them to get acclimated, and I think towards the middle of the season started to kick things into gear, and he also made some good pickups, and he got snaked by a couple players that left him as well, but it turns out that it seemed like it was, addition by subtraction.
Anybody he can rescue from that team that you think should stick around for him?
Bones is really talented, but he had him at striker. I really think that Bones is better, like as a left mid or a right mid. He's good at setting up goals, not as good at scoring, I think.
I like the young Jamaican kid he signed, Craze. That's a good striker. Shout out to Craze. I think that you should keep him around and build a team around him.
I don't think he's on the roster anymore.
Oh wow, you should have kept him.
Moving on to Ajax. This is actually a team that I had high hopes for Ajax just because, I knew from their past that Sag had played with them, and I mean, you probably have better insight on that, really, Jake.
Well, part of theirs is they took like 6 losses at the beginning of the season for fielding an ineligible player that really hurt their record overall.
Come on.
They had the second worst defense, if I'm not mistaken, right now.
Yeah,
they have a second worst defense, but they have one of the best defenders. But they had him playing in midfield.
That's what I don't get. Why would you put Nimbrand? Oh my god. Yeah, I've seen him playing RCM, CDM, C, B, just all over the place, bro.
One of the problems with their team is they have a lot of talent, but they don't really have a full 11. They have most of their players are attacking players, and they're having to play out of position. So they don't really have like a real defense, as far as I'm concerned.
And if anything, I think they got probably someone that I'd consider like floating underneath the water. Someone that I think is a really good player is MSN, FCB, which I've had plenty of opportunities to play with Axel. He's amazing. I just, it sucks that he's in the position that he's in with that team. I don't know if these guys had a chance.
Something happened towards the end of the season as well. Because like when we played in the last game of the season, they only had like 7 or 8 players, and we bashed them like 8-2. And I'm looking back at their previous results before that. They lost to Chelsea 3-1. They lost to Milan 2-1, Vancouver 2-1, tied 0-0. The only good result looks like they ended up beating Everton 3-2 like in their last 10 games. So something fell apart towards the end. Hopefully they can get it back together for the season.
Yeah, I think they may have had some sort of internal problem because I know MSN was getting their manager trying to sell some people, and the group of them that all came in together, I didn't really see them selling people. So I think something happened within the team that kind of probably drove a rift somewhere.
I still think they're good managers, though, even after, even after...
Why they fucking make up their mind and pick 3?
You shouldn't have that many. Yeah, you don't really need that many.
6? No.
Yeah. No one needs 6 co-managers. But do you think that team, based on, aside from the results in the league, they had their problems at the beginning of the season, but they kind of got their management shit together later on. Are you guys thinking next season they're possibly top half table team?
No.
Hell no.
I'm not gonna say hell no.
If they can get a defense together, yes. Offensively, they competed with the top half of the table. They just gave up way too many goals.
Alright, well, we'll move on to VPGA Everton, Patrice, right? Manager? This is a guy that came in last second, right?
He's stupid, that's why you're gonna have to hear from me.
Came
in a week.
Came in the second day of the season because the original manager quit after the first night.
Well, he didn't quit, the team quit on him.
Was that John?
Well, either way, he had one day. Either way, he had the second day of the season is when he started. So,
yeah,
I don't think he did that bad for the position he was in.
What, to have to pick up a team and just run with it?
Yeah, to have to put a team together and out of nowhere, and I mean they competed the day he got the team. They competed that night. So they did beat Chelsea in one of their games.
So like an up and down table. This team's basically in limbo right now, and I don't know if Danny's already approved for him for next season. Is he gonna stick around, Danny?
You haven't seen him in the chat? He's already talking about they're gonna win the league. He's well known in VFL, but he got his ass whooped in VPG, so I don't.
Oh yeah, he's talking a lot of nonsense now that I think about it. Yeah.
So he'll be around. They'll probably finish better than they did, but he's not winning anything anytime soon.
Well, aside from Patrice, who's one player that you guys think stood out on this team? Because I can't really name one.
Nobody.
His little sidekick in the chat, but I don't even know his name.
Is it more banter than skill?
Yeah, basically it's just them talking, but I don't. No respect.
Yeah, because their goal differential's up there too. The 22 goals differential.
For or against?
No. They've got 57 against, but they only scored 35.
Oh. Yeah, because they suck.
Yeah. All right. Next we have Inter Milan.
That's decent. Everton does have a defense that's decent, but they have him on the transfer block right now, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Who?
Hey you.
Oh,
hey you.
I can already hear John typing away, sending the message.
Oh my gosh. I turned my manager mode on.
Yo, next we have oh man, this team was a hot mess this season. Inter Milan. Anything we can say about that? Oh my god.
Shout out my boy Smack. Shout out Domi, your squad. That's my game right there.
Is this what you consider like what you shouldn't do as a manager during a season?
Yes.
Is this like the perfect example?
Yeah.
Two people that weren't ready to manage.
No, that couldn't commit. I'm not saying they couldn't commit. Give them a little bit of credit. They couldn't commit to being.
But I mean, let's be honest though. Dami and Tito and Smack, you know, well, aside from Smack, Dami and Tito are really good players, just crappy managers. And I think that manager role was mostly based off, you know, their ability. I don't think we kind of maybe were a little biased to that when we gave them that position.
Although Tito had it the year before, and he did fine then. The season before, and he did fine then. So there was no reason for him to suddenly, in season 4, shit the bed like you did.
He mentioned something about like a scheduling conflict, though.
Yeah, he can only play one game a week. Not one game, like 1 day a week. Excuse me, I spoke.
Yeah,
so it kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, but that shouldn't affect your team if you've got a solid co with you. Dami apparently wasn't that guy.
So far, we've had a couple teams that we've learned the lesson is to, for the managers, is have a co-manager that knows what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, because he definitely didn't have one.
Just in case you right now you're thinking you're gonna be there every game, but if you're not, you need a co-manager who knows what the fuck's going on.
Preferably someone over 23.
That's why you must have 3 solid codes. I don't care what. I mean, 2 solid codes. Like as much as people I have 3 solid codes that I can miss games, and I know they'll do what needs to be done.
So what do you guys put in Inter Milan at next season? Considering with
Gib,
that's gonna be an entirely new team, so it's hard to say.
I can't even.
A nice solid 15.
I mean, it's wholesale changes going on in Inter Milan.
Things don't look good for Inter Milan if preseason has any indicators.
Yeah, I don't see anybody standing out really out of who's been signed. Do you think that UK difference with America is gonna fuck with Gibb at all? Because I don't know.
No, he's always up.
Yeah.
He's a late nighter.
But he had a goalkeeper sign that was terrible, really bad. And you made him as co-manager, and you already fired him today. Or maybe he told me he was going to fire him today, so maybe he's finding out firsthand. But you're fired.
You fired another coach?
Breaking news. Breaking news. You heard it first.
Breaking news, Yusef. You are fired!
Yusef? Quick question. Did that kid have a hearing aid in his ear? Or was I being... I don't know. He looked kind of...
I'm not gonna say.
I gotta put this. I can't.
We're gonna move on from this one. Next, VPGA Marseille. Oh God, this is another one right here. We all kind of saw the Big Pete show with this one.
Isaac did okay with them after he had to take over because old boy quit because it was too much like a job for him.
Yeah, but he's a grown ass man though, right? I was like.
He does look like a child, so it's debatable.
I'll say maybe.
Oh, Isaac?
no, the guy that quit.
Isaac is 17, right?
No, the guy that quit.
Oh.
Do you think any of that kind of ruined the team? That extra show going on?
Cold blood quitting?
I don't know. It felt like a lot of... As soon as things stopped going his way, that kind of... started screwing him over, and as soon as he left, Marseille kind of instantly looked a little bit better, though. Considering Isaac's a kid.
17 years old.
I don't know what happened to them, but they beat the shit out of Bayern. They beat us 4-0 and gave us our biggest beatdown of the season.
Holy fuck.
Was it at the hands of Big Pete?
It was right after they signed them, but Big Pete missed that game, so I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's not. Basically, the people who talk the most are the people I remember. Only person that's been silent that I remember is that futsal guy for Ajax. Other than that, I really don't pay attention too much.
Well, Isaac left that team, didn't he?
No, he finished the season out.
And now that's gonna get. Marseille's actually being rebranded now to Arsenal. and I think Alex Olay, if I'm not mistaken, is taking over. Where do you see that team next season?
Where are they at in MLS?
I think mid-table.
Oh.
I think Alex knows what he's doing, but they'll be mid-table somewhere.
Didn't they hire Nike as a co-manager?
I don't think they'll. Yeah, they're not going to be on the first page. I think they're going to be on the second page.
Maybe lower than they are right now. Would you say?
Oh, it's probably same.
Well, I mean, mid-table. I mean, the middle of the table next season is 12-13. So I mean,
I can see that.
we're adding more teams.
They just signed
so.
Nico today too, so they'll have a good keeper at least.
Benji, you played against him. I think he manages Kansas City. What would you say his team looks like, more or less? Is it a solid team?
His team is solid, just like they say. He's a middle of the pack team. We beat them out to get into the playoffs. They were right below us. Yep. Shout out to Montreal. We had to beat them to get into the playoffs, and they kind of choked in the last few games, where we beat Atlanta and went into the playoffs.
All right, enough of MLS. Would you say he has a good core though, Benji?
Yeah, he has a good core, and he was pretty close to making it, so he should do middle of the pack next year.
All right. So more or less
in the MLS, you're getting strangled in our league.
Yeah, so that says
that says enough about them. Moving on, we got Vancouver Whitecaps. Oh man, 10th place. I did not see that happening at all. I had high hopes for them. Arguably one of the best center backs with them.
I only know one player on the team, so.
I don't know why they moved Kyle into an attacking role. He was a great fullback. He should have stayed there, but you live and you learn.
What
MLS?
Say it again?
Did he win the Golden Boot in the MLS, or is that a different Kyle?
Who cares? It's not Kyle, but who cares about MLS? Cody, I want my 75 mil. No, you listen.
Well, we kind of sided with Tevin when he said trust the process. That was like 2 seasons running now. Trust the process, right?
Yeah, took it to West Brom.
Can we call it? Well, so basically what I'm trying to say is I think Tevin's process is crapped on now because he's losing his best center back. On top of that,
he did that by choice.
He left that team and he's starting a new team. So
thank you.
I don't know. To me, it just looks like Tevin's just going to go through another season of maybe 10th at best.
Actually, I think his West Brom team is going to be a lot better than his Vancouver team.
Any key signings so far? Because he's going to need plenty of it.
I think he's signing some of his friends that he knows personally. So that should work.
I hope so, for the sake of him.
Yeah, I love trust the process.
All right, yeah, but that process keeps on rolling out. Then you turn into Arsene Wenger, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Arsene has like 19 trophies.
None recently that are notable.
If he finishes above 10th place, I think he did a great job next season.
Yeah,
I'll give him that. Yeah, definitely. I'll give him that. Next off,
He's always been on the front page.
was that Tev?
Yeah.
So him personally, he's doing something, but you know the rest of his team ain't showing up.
Yeah, I mean he's always got his team on the front page. They're never below 10th. So.
All right. Manchester United. 44 goals for, 45 against. Goal differential 1 goal. 47 points. More the same for them, would you say, guys?
No, it's a whole new look, Man United.
it's gonna be an incredibly new look. Pretty much all their players are leaving, and
they're gonna do worse.
I like how this turned into a season review to a season preview.
Well, it's a review, but we're trying to build some insight for a lot of these lower teams that don't really have much to talk about, you know?
Okay. I'm with it. I dig it.
What would you
say? It's going to be way worse.
Yeah, I'll say in terms of review, Man United had some problems at the end of the season in between players, and
internal issues, really big.
Took some beatings at the end of the season, so.
But
another issue. Go ahead.
But roster-wise, they were actually a really good team. Like player-wise, they had a really nice team.
They had good players. They had good players, but I think they reached their ceiling, and it was becoming frustrating for them every time they lost because they pretty much. I mean, they were top 8 this past season. They were top 8 the season before, so they were always pretty solid. But I think they just realized they weren't going anywhere. At least some of the players, and they just started to route the team, and people were already starting to look to go somewhere else where they might have a chance to win a championship.
I'll tell you one thing. I had my doubts against Jonathan, before, but like just seeing him play personally, like away from his Manchester United team, I think he is a great player. I know he's losing somebody, maybe a key player right now that's actually in a transfer limbo. And I'm wondering what his offense is going to look like again next season. I hope he makes some big signings because obviously he has talent.
He's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, there's a new manager
Jonathan's
now.
not managing.
What?
Yeah.
He's talking about
sure
he's talking about he might stay and help the guy out, but he's not really going to be in
the new
charge.
manager is Tyler Bobak, who's OG Dabs, a really good guy.
Good guy.
I think he's going to struggle to recruit and find a team to compete. He's actually also a manager of a different team in MLS, and they had a pretty bad year. So if they had any indication of what's going to happen next year, I'd say it's probably going to be similar, bottom of the table somewhere.
So basically, top 8's out of the question for them.
Yeah, they're definitely going to regress. I think he's got to get his feet wet a little bit in VPGA before they begin to grow. But hopefully I'm wrong for his sake.
All right. Tottenham Hotspurs. What a fucking show. What a fucking show. This was... Sad, go ahead.
If you had the graphic right now of the transfer out, transfer in, that shit would be hilarious. It'd be like 12-2.
Yeah, we sold a lot, brought in a lot in that mid-season. We had a lot of internal problems.
I think some that we didn't even see coming.
Frankly, at the end of the season, despite us playing with 7-8 people, we actually played very well.
Yes, I did.
We competed every night.
I mean, by the end of the season, I had basically an 11-man roster. If anybody missed, we were playing short.
Straight
no
up.
matter what. And I mean, the season just sucked. I mean, I'm talking about 8th place as being sucked, but it sucked.
Nah, going from 2nd to 8th,
basically
bro.
Now, I mean, I'm completely and utterly rebuilding my team. So.
Well, you know what's crazy is that when we signed Big P, I didn't think he was going to do anything for us. And if anything, he showed up every night and provided at least a goal and an assist. And that's that changed my I guess, my view on him. I kind of was like, man, this guy's whack. Get him out of here, whatever. And then Sag's like, yeah, I signed him. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And then he showed up and he's doing something. He's providing on the field. So now that he's gone, I hope Sag just fucking kicks down the door and builds it from the ground up again. Cause
I had basically everyone doubt me for buying him. I mean, I even had a player say they just weren't going to play if he was playing. And at the end of the day, that was probably that was one of the best signings of the mid-season window for everyone. He scored in like every game he played for me.
Considering we signed a player that just became a manager in the off season.
And frankly, I paid $40 million for somebody that if people knew the goal output he put up would have paid a hell of a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, for me, I know a lot of people don't care because a lot of people hate him. For me, it fucking sucks that I'm losing him for next season because it's as everyone in here as a manager knows, it's not easy to find goals.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of strikers out there, but a lot of them can't score against human keepers and against 11 on 11.
Or can't find any space, man.
If you Find a keeper. If you find a striker who can score, that's big.
Super big. Any highlights for the season for you guys, Sag, or for us in that matter?
For the season, for highlights, I mean, I'd say, one of the highlights is probably 2 losses. The fact that we played Chelsea to a 1-goal game, both games. Should have beat them the second game. I mean, I don't think there's another team in the league that can say they played Chelsea as tight as we did.
No, and to lose like that was painful, man. Last 2 minutes, give up 2 goals.
Especially to say they played as tight against Chelsea both games. Because, I mean, obviously Dortmund and Everton can say they won a game, but the other game they got stomped. Whereas we can say that we played to 1 goal on both games against them. And so, I mean, even in our losses, we always competed. That's why, despite our tiny goal differential, we were winning a lot of games because all our games were close.
Alright. Moving on. Danny's team, Manchester City. 47 goals for, 42 against, 50 points. Made that big, huge signing for Thor. How much was that for?
80
million. Danny, what happened?
I gave management to Berto because my play got loaded, and we went from 2nd place to 7th.
Undeservedly?
No, I mean, it was fine. There's like not really too much to say. I gave everything to Berto and it didn't go to plan.
Yeah, he basically threw it under the bus. Let me ask you something. How does someone like that get a key role in a different league for us? Did you have any input on that? Or was that before everything went to shit?
Well, he came and wanted to start the league. I got no problem with expanding if people want to do it. Yeah, I don't know. It remains to be seen how that plays out. Yeah, I don't know. Probably just have to see how it plays out.
With your team, because I mean, regardless of the results and stuff, there's obviously some good players that are still in that lineup that are still left on that roster. Who would you say are 2 guys that you think that are above what you guys might have finished at right now? 2 guys that stand out to you.
Well, no, everyone on the team was ready to go. It was just, I mean, I had him in 2nd place. It was just Berto had a different style, and when it switched over, it just didn't work.
Like a complete overhaul, different lineup, different players in different positions. What would you?
Yeah, it just didn't work for what he did. And then the new guy came in and cut everyone, only bringing in his guys. So there's a bunch of good free agents. I mean, it's a 2nd place team, possibly 3rd now because other teams have gotten stronger. But I mean, the team wasn't bad. It just wasn't ran how it was prior to Berto taking over.
Where are you going to be at next season, Danny? Are you going to be there still?
No. No one's going to be there. That guy, the guy that's coming in, he has his own people. He didn't want anyone on the roster. He didn't even want to sell them. He just wanted to get rid of them because he didn't want to deal with it.
Everybody release. That's it.
Yep.
Damn. Well, next we got VPGA Juventus. Nick Franco, actually no longer an admin with us, but expanding into our other league. 44 goals against. No, 44 for, 31 against. 13 goal differential, not too bad. 57 points. Did y'all expect more from them?
No.
I didn't.
I didn't.
I mean, this is where they're always at.
Even with Alexis, like I gotta admit, I thought they were gonna do a little better with Alexis.
Yeah, but he got sold midway through the season to Chelsea.
Got sold midway through the season, and he stopped playing before that.
Right? Yeah, he was.
He only played like 6 games for him.
Yeah, and then he started being a bitch and demanding to move to Chelsea, which is what most bitches do. So
Just to turn around and become a manager.
Damn.
no, I'm just saying most bitches go to Chelsea because they want to win. So
Glory
like
Hunter.
a KD move.
oh yeah, it's running rampant in our league, but that's fine.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I always thought Nick had a solid midfield. You know, his defense, he always had a problem with that, but he always had a solid midfield with Baylor.
They still do. I mean, their defense was good. They only gave up 31 goals all year. If you look, the problem is goals. The highest goal scorer in the team scored 11 goals. So
was that Nick?
That was Nick, yeah, and I think he was playing midfield most of the year. Then you got Baylor with 8 goals, and you got Bluff, who was started at PSG, but then came back to Juve mid-season. He finished with 7. So after that, they got nothing.
Let's just say they're the modern-day Arsenal. Have that high expectation to start the season, and just fall apart at the end, just right at the end.
I will say though, like a lot of these guys, not a lot of these guys, but Franco, Nomowana, and Baylor are on our Portugal Confederations Cup team, and they're quality players, man. Like Nomo is one of the best CDMs I've seen, and Baylor, that guy is phenomenal. He played keeper last night. He played striker. He played center back. Like everywhere you need him, and he's always like outstanding wherever he plays. So
a solid utility player
to keep your eye on. Utility's not even a way to put it, because he's a star wherever you put him, dude. He's a stud, man. He's just an all-around player.
He's gonna stand out.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. If you play against him too, like I went back and watched the game that we played against him, you'll see him. He's everywhere on the field.
Would you ever consider him? Oh, go ahead, Keon.
So do you feel it's time for them to split up that team since they've been together so long? Because they've been together for quite some time. Baylor, Nick, and all of the cast, Bluff. Do you think it's time for them to split up that team because it's not working?
I think so.
No, I think they need a goal scorer. If they could find a striker that can put up 20 goals, these guys would be top 3.
So you're saying Nick's not good enough?
That guy?
Why are you saying top 3? They're supposed to be aiming for the title. They've been here since day one.
I would say that, but I mean, in my opinion, Chelsea's just so far up and above everybody else. Like, I don't think he could challenge for it even if he wanted to. I don't think anybody can. I think this is Chelsea's title to win again this season. They've only gotten stronger since last year.
This league, I think you guys are straying from the whole concept. This league is all about consistency. If you can put together a few consistent run and being consistent throughout the season, any team can win the league. You just got to be consistent. You can't be
right, but Chelsea's the most consistent and the most talented, so it's going to be hard for any team to beat them. So I think everybody else is just fighting for 2nd or 3rd place, in my opinion.
Well, that shouldn't be your mentality then.
That ain't my mentality.
That's not my mentality.
I mean, you could say what people's mentality are, but it's reality, bro. I mean, when I'm on the pitch, I'm trying to win every match. But when you look at it, you know, as an outside person, you see that they're just so much more talented than everyone else.
Well, you already defeat yourself then. You're already defeated if you're thinking like that.
That's fine.
Think like that, 'cause your team,
I don't know.
Out of here. We all know Chelsea is better. Liverpool split up. They got Liverpool's best defenders. They just signed Moves and Ramos, who are 2 phenomenal center backs. They got Alexis midway through the season. Like, if I'm not missing the point, we got a bunch of fucking Kevin Durant that just go to championship teams, and the shit's whack. And I'm calling Chelsea out on that bullshit. It's fucking whack.
Yeah, they're the Golden State right now, but one thing you gotta understand, Tigre is not going to be playing this season. Everything that Chelsea does runs through Tigre. So it's going to. I'm interested to see. I'm waiting to see how Yusuf function with the squad and how they kind of incorporate him into that team. Because like I said, everything runs through Tigre.
Like, I'm not
So
trying to
let's see
shit
how
on
the.
Chelsea.
Uh-huh,
Doc's doing what she should do,
uh-huh.
but I'm just saying it's whack.
All I'm saying is this.
I don't think you're
I
shitting.
really
Hmm. Let's bring it back to Liverpool actually, now that Danny brought it up. Fifth place, 47 goals, 29 against. I actually thought Red Rose's core, whatever he was going to bring over and mix in with iReckless, was going to actually do better than this. I actually had them at third at the beginning of the season. But on the Bayern, mm, would you? That's a lot to say. But I've heard Dom say that before though. So this boy's all over the FIFA communities. Poor guy. Are you sleeping at all, Dom? Dom, I got a question for you, Dom. What happens when the season doesn't work out? You can't transfer from that team as a manager, can you? All right, all right. All right, well, we'll move on to Bayern actually, because this is another one right here. Bayern, oh man, you guys did a lot better than I thought you were. Y'all went through a lot during the season. Just up and down stability, but y'all had some big wins. Y'all had some wins where there were like dominant wins, like eight. What was it? 8-2, one win. Would you all agree that this team might be a dark horse for next season? Yeah, congrats. Was this a better Bayern than the Bayern from last season, guys? Oh man. All right, so I'm. This is the crazy one right here, dude. Nobody saw this team coming, bro. Crystal Palace, 63 goals for, 34 against, 29 goal differential, 69 points, snuck into third place like the fucking I don't even want to do a 9/11 joke because it's still fucked up. They came out of nowhere. And my hat's off to this manager. He did his thing. And you know who I fuck with the most on this team is that little kid, Alec Austin, whatever the hell his name is. That dude's an animal. This team is awesome. This is like one of my new favorite ones to follow. Well, what do you guys have to say about them? How was their season? Hot. Super hot. Oh, and he was awesome. And who's their defense is amazing, you know. I mean even though they let in 34, Don't Kill Me Fool's doing his thing. Don't Kill Me Fool is awesome. He's actually with us in Japan, Dom. That was a great pickup, bro. That dude's awesome. I can't wait to see him on the field. I don't think he has he debuted yet for Japan. Oh God, that's just another reason why that team's doing so well. I actually got this team staying at third. I don't think they're ready to be champions, but this is a great team to follow right now. Would you guys agree to that? It, from what I remember, they're playing with a back four, right? Got a back four, so it might be an outside back problem. I don't remember any of their outside backs. I know their CBs are awesome though. More, eh, right. The center isn't the problem; it's the wings. Keon, do you think we need more managers like this guy? These low key, just do their job, no bullshit. Mm, yeah. hmm So, especially when you're finishing 13th, but whatever. So I'd actually consider this probably the best rookie manager we've seen in the last 4 seasons, and I'm tipping him for another great season next season. Definitely. Crystal Palace. Are they going to rebrand or are they staying Crystal Palace? I like that. Low key club. Nobody saw them coming. No, not after you've co-managed so many places. You shouldn't be considered a rookie manager in my eyes. I don't think so. But you've learned from. I hope you've learned from a lot of your. I just hope. Oh man. All right. Second place, AC Milan. Damn, it's a shame, bro. They had a solid team on paper. Had great offense. Probably one of the most skillful players in the league, Manny. Great manager at times, Hadura. They had Modric, right? Modric was an animal in the middle. Had Pele, who I don't even think he finished the season, did he? Mm. So the problem wasn't the production. It was more like a consistency thing with them. Would you guys agree? Because they lost 7 matches. Like you just called it from there. Like you knew it was over from there. Oh, that sucks. Especially when Manny's padding his stats playing 2v2 and shit. That's a damn shame. Straight up. AC Milan, they're rebranding, right, Danny? They're going. They're actually tooting their horn, really. Has anybody scouted them? Do they look like that same core that won the championship? Was it 2 seasons ago? So, hmm still up in the air then, I guess, for everybody. I actually just got. I got word that they stopped the top. They signed a top goalie in another league that I'm not gonna mention because they're all assholes. What's this guy's name? Edgar Ream. Edgar Ream. Are any of you guys familiar with him? Just got word. Obviously they're building from the back up. To be honest, I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna finish like maybe fifth at best, especially if they have another situation happen like last season, which I hope doesn't happen to them because we do need these teams that are getting close to championship like consistent every season. Like they need to compete. We don't need guys quitting halfway through the season. Um, I got them at fifth. I don't know about you guys. All right. I don't know if you guys even want to talk about Chelsea. I'm done talking about them. Oh, we can just skip them, right? Can we all agree to that? Mm. So they're the team to beat next season, basically. Mm. What are you calling like a crumble? Ooh. Oh God. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh, sabotage. Sabotage. Good thing we're recording this. Great thing we're recording this, actually. Mm. Uh. All right, guys. Well, we were actually going to go through the leaderboard, but I think that's pointless since we're actually going to be announcing the team of the season. I'll go ahead and say the names and the positions, and we're actually going to be able to talk over their stats because basically everybody in the leaderboard is pretty much predominantly through this roster. Breaking for everybody, the All VPGA first team. In goal, we have WWE Kali, who's ended up at Crystal Palace by way of Vancouver, right? Is he in the right spot right now? Who would you put there other than Kali? That is a shit ton. But they finished third though, Keon. Oh wow. I think you kind of take away that cred considering what they did this season. I think Devils kind of gave up at the end too, so I don't even think his head was even in Vancouver. All right. Right back, we have Panda from PSG, 61 interceptions, 40 tackles. Anything to say about him? Hey, we're gonna give some recognition out, man, and needs a little love, man. But it's this is really, if you think about it, everyone on this team right now has the stats to be here. You know, aside from Nick actually being the only one that made the team, but you know, I mean, look. Uh, all right, moving on. You're gonna put yourself ahead of Jumba or Modric, bro? Yeah. All right. Well, this is bigger than us. This is bigger than us, though. This is for the community. Yep, 79 interceptions, 32 tackles, 26 clearances, which I think clearances is a dumbass stat, but you know, you're obviously doing something for the defense. Anything to say about King? Oh, no, I did say Alejandro, didn't I? Oh, Alejandro. Yo, this is my dude right here. This is my fucking boy right here. He's going to be a great manager. 73 interceptions, 43 tackles, 60 clearances. I already told him that stat's crap, but all his other stats are awesome. Nick, where are you putting Alejandro next season? Is he going to struggle now that he's starting with a new team? What do you call him? Top three CB? All right, left back, Ona Jar 9. That's Omar, right? 36 interceptions, 25 tackles, 19 cross. I don't even think he plays left back like that consistently. I think he told me he was a CB, right? Or do I have that mistake? Well, Doc actually gave me the lowdown with him. She basically said he's like another leader on the field. I think it's a perfect fit. He ended up on a great team, and he's gonna have a bomb ass season next season. Rat. Mm, on the right in this 4-4-2, we got Alexis Gunner. I actually don't think he belonged here, just from all the shit that he went through and caused this season. But he obviously has a talent, and would you? Is this one position that we would all agree that maybe someone else deserved to be in? Leader in assists, leader in assists, and he did it last season too. Exactly. In the middle we've got. Uh, all right, in the. All right. Uh, in the middle, on at RCM, we've got Jumba, 47, 6 goals, 11 assists, 52 key passes, 91 tackles. This is a guy I think deserved to be the most valuable player in the league. Well, we all agreed to that Jumba was the Ronaldo of the season. Well, not in a position, but I mean in like caliber, like he won what he had to, did what he had to. Nah. I think it's nuts. 91 had 91 tackles at what was he playing CDM or Cam this season? Oh God. Oh my God. 50 interceptions too on top of that. God damn. All right, move. Oh man. I think he could actually run a team by himself and still be competitive. You think you, most well rounded? Yeah, of course, of course. I can't wait till he actually starts his own team without all these extra guys. All right, next to Jumbo, we've got Modric 10. This is a guy that I didn't really know much about, but everyone around me seemed to know of his past and what kind of player he was. He had 10 goals, 8 assists, 35 key passes. Would you guys contest to his position here on the all first team? Can you bring up any of his other stats, Benja? Does he what does his interceptions look like? And what's his EPV right now? Solid. And he's going with Atletico, or is he moving on? I don't know if anybody knows the lowdown on him. Oh man. Well, I like this kid. I didn't see much of him when I played them, or I can't remember much of him, but his stats speak for himself. Great season, Modric. On the left, we've got Nick, our very own admin, Sulliver, 11 goals, 7 assists, 48 key passes. Benja, bring up his stats real quick. What does interceptions look like? Nick, how many times did you play forward this season? Wow. Did His signing was supposed to be more for you. I mean, I feel bad because you kind of went with what you did, but you still did well on paper. I mean, your numbers speak for themselves. More. Are you expecting more from yourself next season? Up up top, we've got LT Gray, 28 goals, 5 assists, 26 key passes. That's wrong. All right, bring up his stats, Spencer, real quick, if you don't mind. I'm looking at 36 right here, right now on the leaderboard. 36. Yeah, for T Gray. I'm trying to lock. No. Sags actually told me that he doesn't when every time that we face him, he doesn't see him do anything really spectacular other than positioning himself. I've seen Tigre score, which is crazy because usually with the user keeper, you kind of want to catch them like initially, like before they can position themselves. You know what I mean? I do that a lot when I play striker. I try to like take it as soon as possible so they don't auto position at all. And with Tigre, I've seen him score. He scored this badass goal to tie up the game against us in the 87th minute from like out of the box, like between three defenders, bottom low corner. And I'm like, how the hell did he pull that off? Like it wasn't a finesse shot. It didn't look like an overpowered shot. It just the dude just finds space and fucking rapes you if he can. And yeah, so he's not a Marshall. So he's getting a lot of. You think he's getting a lot of sweaties? Mm, hmm Next to Tigre, we've got Manny Jam. what's he got? 34 goals, 15 assists, 48 key passes. How many did he score against Inter that night? We can just go ahead and scratch those off. So like 8 goals. So he really only had like 26, and I'm not hating on him because he had a crazy goal against Colombia, that same Colombia team that was hyping up their unbeaten streak. Um, Obviously Manny's got skill though. Yeah, it looked like shit. Not when they're losing like that, bro. Like, I mean, that was just an ass whooping. And it was like, wasn't it already like, it was like 3-0 at that point, I think. Oh God. Oh God. That looked like Dortmund's defense. I'll tell you that. That's what that looked like. Bucks. It looked like Swansea's defense. Yeah, let me bring that back. It looked like Swansea's defense. But other than that, Manny's a great player, and I think he's going to put up the same numbers with Atletico if he brings in the talent that he needs around him. And he's actually like a wing player, right? He doesn't really play striker. Pele. mm, let's see if you can convince him. We'll see. You're good at talking. All right. One thing that I wanted to talk about, we've kind of had our banter with everybody. We've kind of like, gone up and down the table. Who do you think was the biggest disappointment this season? Would you guys agree to that? Everyone else? I'll tell you one thing right now. It wasn't because of me or Stag or Dom. We inherited a lot of dumb shit over nothing. And that's what personally pissed me off because that not only did that fuck up our core at Spurs, but we brought that into another team that we formed with Nick in a different league that I could care less about, and that screwed us over there too. And that's what kind of pissed me off a lot because not only did we fuck up there, we fuck up over here, and then it's making my ability to focus that much worse. So we lost more games even after we lost. I'll even call them out, Messi and Sam. They're probably not even listening right now, but they fucked our team so bad, and I hope they never come back to VPGA. Straight up, they can both fuck off. Oh God, can we ban him now, bro? Fuck, man, I can't wait to play them. Oh my God. You know what? That team's gonna fall apart. He's playing for Man U. Well, because then he can convince them to let him play striker, and he can play as Akinfenwa like an idiot and do a bunch of burger spins or whatever, man. Whatever. But I'm done talking about Jason. I was cool with Jason at one point, but then he started screwing around, and I told him, okay, whatever. It's MLS. Go ahead and do it. And then he starts getting pissed at the defense, and then like, look, Tenzinko was a top 10 CB with Bayern in Epic League, and you're gonna go ahead and criticize him. That's why Jason and Sam are nothing but bullshit, bro. And they fucked us so bad. I hope I never see them again. I'm telling it like it is because if our team would have stayed together, bro, and it would have been me, you, and them, and them with just like playing their game, we probably would have finished a lot better. But that's kind of the reason why I'm gone, you're gone, and Sag's kind of picking up the pieces now, and that's fucked up for him. I don't feel bad. I feel like shit. And they ruined our other core and our other team. We had a great thing going, and then boom, 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 it just shit talk. Yeah, you fucking ditched on me twice, dude. Twice in one season, bro. You ditched me twice. You left me in fucking Northern London, and then you left me again in Atlanta, bro. And then you were like, come play with me at Liverpool. Why? So you can leave me again? Fuck that. Uh, alright. Alright. Second disappointment. Anything else, guys? Other than no, no, no. We're not announcing a second team. I think that's just bullshit. We gave enough of insight into the first team. We're just gonna skip that second team. We're gonna go with surprises now. Who surprised you this season? I kind of dropped one, but for you guys, who do you think was like the best thing about this season, surprise wise? Would y'all say that's unanimous? considering Berto's a good player. I mean, he's not a bad player. And he did well with us when he with Spurs. Yeah, he came to Spurs and we were feeding him goals, bro. He was fighting Tigre at one point for that golden boot. Oh. Mm, oh God. He dipped bad. Any other surprises, guys? I kind of knew from the get go that just based on your management, I always thought you were a good manager. I kind of had you like where you're at, or more or less right now. So to me, it wasn't much of a surprise. I think you actually could have finished third. No one saw Crystal Palace going 13 unbeaten, falling apart. Is I Reckless gonna play VPGA next season? He's on the Chelsea. What? What about Red Rose with Messiah in them? Oh God. Oh man, that guy's something else. Um, eh, Sam right now, Danny. Sam right now, so we can let the public know. Mm, mine's gonna be biased. Ooh, Valencia. I think Junior's a shit manager. They're gonna be ass. I don't fuck with Junior, but whatever. That's just me. What? Mm, those are rumors, I think. Uh, is he taking his homies with him? Oh God, it's only a matter of time. Implosion. If they get like if they lose a whole night, they're gonna be done. I can see it right now. Take mediocre. Mhm. I don't know. Nah, nah. I'll say it on the record. I think he's gonna do shit. He's gonna do shit here, and he's gonna do shit in Liga MX, and he's probably gonna quit. And we'll see it all over again. And then he'll be posted next season looking for a team. Calling that right now. Um, I don't like the way he works, bro. He tried to call me out in Liga MX, and this isn't about that, but I mean It's whatever though. I'm not worried about that. I just know that he's not going to do well. So we've already talked about Madrid. Aston Villa. Who's their manager? Is it the Shot Sherrod? He's been real active. Mm, right. He's just getting introduced. Oh damn. Well, we'll see what happens with them. I don't have high hopes for them. I think he's too new to the league, but maybe next season he'll get his shit together. Leicester. Did we talk about Leicester already? I don't know who their manager is. He's Canadian. Oh wow, he's trying to get a job for real. Did you get a reference list too? Oh shit! Damn. Nice, bro. Yep, it got him the job. Shit. Damn, he's in a league of his own. Yo, take notes, boys. Take notes. Oh, not at all. Junior's probably already calling league champion. Fuck him. Whatever. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap up tonight. It was a pleasure having you all. I just want to stay under the radar, bro. Let's stay under the radar. Let's stay under the radar. Yeah, we're just gonna chill. We're gonna take the Crystal Palace route, bro. We're gonna talk on the field. Just watch out for us, bro. We coming for y'all. All right, man. Well, I appreciate all y'all being here. Keon, hey, actually, something to look forward for the community. I'm actually releasing 2 new pods. We're gonna do a one-on-one with Keon, our fellow admin, and I'm gonna do a one-on-one with Super Pilkey, aka Tommy Mickles, Peter Pickles. I don't even know what his real name is. He's apparently the same guy. You're gonna be helping me, you asshole. Well, we're gonna get the lowdown on the Mickles. For myself, the admins, for Benja, this is Long Shots with JigaX9. What's gonna happen in the future, nobody knows. But until next time.